Good evening, Internet, and happy Rogue Friday this year. Not Force Friday. Last year it was Force Friday, but this year it's Rogue Friday. But we're here again, a year later. It's not the anniversary of the channel, but last year's video for the Force Friday haul was kind of what got things started. So if you're a subscriber from that time and you watched more than a few of these videos, thank you. And for those subscribers that have been kind of trickling in over the weeks and weeks, we welcome you back and thank you for subscribing. Hope you like this video. And if you're not a subscriber already, please subscribe to our Nerd Family Appa channel. Tonight, it's me and Michelle.
Hello.
And we're going to take a look at what I picked up on a Rogue Friday's midnight opening at Toys R Us. So I got the dates and times right this year, unlike last year. If you didn't watch the video from Force Friday, for some reason I was under the impression that Force Friday meant midnight of Friday, of whatever day it was.
Saturday.
Right, which really would technically be Saturday would be the opening, but Michelle had said, no, it's opening on the Friday, so you have to be online on Thursday late at night. So I got it right this year, so Thursday, went to the local Toys R Us. I would say there's about half the people this year than there was last year. I really counted, it was 22. I was 10 in the line of 22. And, of course, it opened at midnight. They gave some giveaways this year as well. You can see the poster here. Very cool propaganda poster, Join the Rebellion. Last year they gave a Kylo Ren poster, which on the back had all the lightsaber blade builder products. This one's just a strict poster, no products in there at all. It's got the main characters there, which we'll talk about who they are a little bit later. So that was a nice poster giveaway. And the other giveaway that everyone online was excited about, last year the other giveaway was just a single Lego brick that said Force Friday 2015. This year the giveaway was a Funko Pop Tee exclusive to Toys R Us and limited edition for the Rogue Friday of Rogue One, which is really awesome. It's got, again, the same main characters. So might not be able to see it here, but it's on the black. It's got a faded background with the AT-ACTs, they are, whatever they're called, with the Death Star in the background and an Agalish down there, which is the Star Wars, writing. It says Rogue One, which is very cool. Good attention to detail. Everyone was very excited when we heard it was going to be a t-shirt. We got even more excited when they pulled out the box, and they even asked us what size we needed and all that stuff, so they were very accommodating. The Toys R Us giveaway this year was very cool. All right, so let's get to see what I actually picked up. Actually, I'll throw that over here. Frame of the shot. First, we'll take a look at the 3 3/4 figures, which is usually the ones that I go for and collect. They have a similar style this year to the Force Awakens, which I like, but the way they did the waves this year is a little bit weird, so they mixed in a few other characters besides just Rogue One characters, but last year, pretty much the first wave of Force Awakens was strictly, if I believe, new Force Awakens characters. So the first one is actually not a Rogue One character, it's actually Sabine Wren from Rebels.
Yay!
Again, these 3 3/4 figures, which is a bone of contention again with a lot of collectors, is that they're only 5 points of articulation. I don't care because the sculpts are usually cool, and again, I usually keep them in the package because I love that airbrushed art. They really just took out the Kylo Ren at the top and replaced it with, the Death Trooper up there, but pretty much it's the same. And it's no longer build the weapons, like 3 characters don't build a larger weapon. I think they just come with some action accessories besides their normal one. But this was actually, if memory serves me right, the first Sabine that actually has a removable helmet.
Which is why we're getting a second one,
right,
because I just need to open one to get the helmet out.
Right. And she's got her Mandalorian pistols, and then she's got this, it looks like a grappling hook system, which is kind of like the accessory for the, the people that are going to come out and actually play with the action figures, and that's kind of cool for them. On the back, doesn't have any additional figures listed like last year. At least it showed the 3 that made the weapon. It just has a little biography about Sabine, and then it says, to download a bunch of junk for the Star Wars app that comes with some of the toys. But her sculpt is cool. It's nice. She's got her arms in weird poses, but the helmet's beautiful.
But for Rebels fans, this is her last season hairdo and helmet. This is not her current.
Right.
If you've watched any
Season 3.
Well, there was the movie before
right,
the season technically premieres, which wasn't really a movie, but so the recent episode, you'll see she's got new hair, new helmet. So this is actually reflective of last season.
All right, so now the rest of them I picked up with Rogue One characters, brand new. They did have other ones in the wave, Stormtrooper, which is technically a Rogue One character. I keep forgetting that it is set in the time period that regular everyday, what we saw in the beginning, Stormtroopers were there. So I didn't pick up one. I figured they'll be around for a while. There was a Kylo Ren in the wave, inexplicably. So I didn't bother. I already have 2 3 3/4 Kylo Ren.
But it was unmasked Kylo Ren.
No, the 6-inch was. The regular one was just another regular Kylo Ren. All right, so here we go. First Rogue One new character, Jyn Erso, Adu, Ada. I don't even know what that planet's name is. As we saw with the Force Awakens, they have Rey Starkiller Base, Rey Jakku, this and that. So that might be one of a few outfits she has, or maybe another Jyn Erso figure coming in the future. So she's got her pistol, again, the toy weapon is this massive blaster with like a detachable laser or firebolt or whatever. Not too happy about the sculpt on her. Last year, the Rey 3 3/4 sculpt was 100 times better than the 6-inch ones, the Black Series. This year, I think it's the other way around, where her sculpt isn't that great. Sabine's is all right, but
Sabine's isn't very spectacular either.
But the rest of the sculpt is pretty good. And, you know, I like that they're not super colorful figures. It's supposed to be a grittier movie, so the characters stay true to that. The
picture on the box
picture is beautiful. That's why, I mean, I love these series and stuff like that. So, all right, so there's Jyn. Next, we have what I think is going to be everyone's favorite, is K2SO. The Imperial security droid that gets either reprogrammed or somehow defects to the Rebel side. Obviously, very big figure. His sculpt is nice, but of course he's a robot. He doesn't have to have any facial features or anything like that. He's got like a little detachable hook claw thing for his toy accessory. And just a very cool figure. I think he's going to be the fan favorite coming out of this movie. And he's the one voiced by Alan Tudyk. Fans
do tend to love their droids.
Yep. And it seems to be a little bit of the comic relief you know, that's in the movie like this. So, again, same thing on the back, just a biography. All right. And then the last of the 3 3/4 ones that I picked up, Imperial Ground Crew officer. Not an officer, Imperial Ground Crew. They're very similar to the Death Star gunners. I don't know if you could see, but they don't have as elongated, I guess you'd call it a beak, in their blast shielding. It's more of a shortened version of that same helmet and design. But what it looks like is that in the movie, Jyn impersonates one of these characters. So you might be able to play this as, oh, it's her in disguise or whatever. Or there's just a lot of them running around and you'll see them in action there. So it's a cool character. You know, again, another people that do troop building are probably going to go after these a lot. Or they could be peg warmers. You never know with these fringe characters like this.
Oh, Constable Zuvio.
Yeah. So again, I think they had a Kylo Ren, they had a regular Stormtrooper, I forget what else. I think there was 6 in this wave, I'm not sure. So yeah, I was a little disappointed there weren't as many options for new characters there. So the next thing that I got was one of the 2-packs, which did have Rogue One specific characters, and these sculpts are just amazing. These two are awesome. Moroff, who is the big white woolly guy there.
I'm so excited. I don't even know anything about him. But
he's probably going to be in the movie for like 0.2 seconds.
Probably, but he's so cool.
It'd be cool if he's not. If he's a big, I know obviously he's not one of the main cast, but it'd be cool if he has a significant part, because he's an awesome looking character, very much to the old style of A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. And then you have your the Scarif Stormtrooper, which some people call the Shore Troopers, which are on that beach planet. Obviously they have a little less armor, kind of like the Biker Scouts did. But their color scheme is cool with the little blues and yellows in there, and it's like a faded, almost like weathered due to the saltwater type effect that would happen to the white Stormtrooper armor. Or maybe just because of the beach they have to be that color to blend in, who knows. But this 2-pack was cool. Again, biography on the back shows some of their little weapons in action. The other 2-packs, the one they didn't have was the one that in the sizzle reel for the movie that had a giant mouth alien with a big gun, and I think it was a Death Trooper in there or something like that, or a Hover Tank Trooper. They didn't have that one. I would have picked that one up too. And the other 2-pack was Poe Dameron and somebody else. Again, they're mixing in characters from all the different things now.
You can never have too many Poe Damerons.
No. So last year they had a limit on how many of each item you can get. You could only get 3 of each type of item. So if I wanted 3 3/4 figures, I had to pick 3 of them, which I did. In this case, there were no limits this year. So I was able to pick up the 4. I opted out of some of the other ones, which was both a blessing and a curse because people, like I said, it was 10th in line out of 22, and people went nuts over the Black Series. They were gone literally almost by the time I got in there. I only managed to get 1 that night, which Rogue One associated, which is Cassian Andor, which is, again, one of the other main characters on the Rebel team. I like that his look harkens back to Hoth a little bit. Mm-hmm. Definitely looks like the pants of the Rebel soldiers and almost the hat and the hood that almost Han Solo had. Combination of a lot of those elements there. The goggles are very much reminiscent of the Hoth troopers, the Rebel, and Han Luke as well. He's got the blasters. Look, he's got a combination of a stormtrooper blaster and almost like Han Solo's blaster, but not exactly. So I was happy to grab him because the only other ones that they seemed to be left, they reissued Rey, who I had gotten on Force Friday with BB-8. They reissued her 6-inch. So the 9 people in front of me in line grabbed all the Rogue One specific characters, and they were just leaving Rey and Kylo Ren on the shelf. I just happened to find Cassian Andor laying like on the bottom like he fell off a peg or something like that. So I just picked him up and grabbed him. And then, yeah, there was no other ones to be found. So since they didn't put a limit on anything this year, I mean, I guess it helped out. But, I mean, these 2 guys in the beginning of the line, they had 3 of everybody. So, I mean, they're going to be on eBay or whatever. But that's one thing I was disappointed with. So that's what I got on the actual midnight opening. The next day, no, it was actually 2 days later, went to Target just to see what they had. They actually still had a decent selection. Definitely the 3 3/4 figures. They put out a lot more than they did the year before. But I was able to pick up a couple more of the 6-inch ones that I've been looking for. So these are from Target from Saturday. So I did get the Sergeant Jyn Erso, Jedha. So again, that's the name of the, I don't know if that's the first planet they visit or one of the last ones, but the outfit is definitely different. She's not as like cold weather or weather protected as the other one. But this sculpt is great. I think this is the opposite of what happened last year where the smaller Rey was a better sculpt and the bigger one didn't look so good. I think the 6-inch is a much better sculpt on her face, and it's a great sculpt all the way through. Very cool character in terms of how it looks. You know, almost casual, almost non-Star Wars-y, but I think it works for this movie, and we'll probably see that when the movie is out. So I was happy to pick her up. I was surprised that she was gone, because usually the people tend to go to, like, the cooler Imperial-looking ones. I figured if anyone, I would be able to get Jyn or so. So I was kind of surprised when I didn't get her on the first night.
But everybody knows that she's the star of the movie. She's the
star,
so.
Yeah. All right, so the last one is K2SO in the 6-inch form, which is, again, awesome looking.
Even cooler.
Even cooler. They kind
more
of,
detail.
you know, had a little bit more matte finish to the metal, the little weathered scarring look. I mean, it looks really like it's really was, you know, given that damage or whatever you want to call it. So it's obviously a little bigger than the normal figures, but it's in that 6-inch scale for the Black Series. So I was happy to pick up those. The other ones in the series are, like I said, Rey and Kylo Ren. They reissued as a Death Trooper, which I wanted, and of course I knew that would be gone. And then I think it's a Toys R Us exclusive was the Hover Tank Captain for the Imperials, which is very similar to the Scarif Trooper, if not identical. So that's it. So I'll put that one over there. So that's our pickup from Rogue Friday. I'm sure we'll be, you know, picking up the little extra pieces to come. And as we saw last year and what they're predicting, Wave 2 comes right after Wave 1. So that's probably going to even come out before the movie's out as well. So maybe we'll do a video about that. So thanks for watching once again. And if you've been here since the Force Friday last year, thanks for sticking around and watching a few of these videos with us. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a big like and comment on anything you've seen or what you might want to see in the future. We definitely appreciate all the feedback. All right. See you next time, everybody.
Bye.